Chapter 9. Today we are going to talk about relative pronouns and relative clauses. Now what does that mean, relative? That means that you have two sentences and you are combining the two sentences into one. And there's an item in both sentences which is the same. So when you look at the sentence, der Wein schmeckt gut, okay? Der Wein ist teuer. Which word is the same in both sentences? You're correct. Der Wein. Okay. So when we look at these sentences, der Wein refers back to this first sentence, right? Der Wein schmeckt gut, der Wein ist teuer. So we're talking about the wine in both sentences. And now we want to use the second sentence and make it incorporated into the first sentence. So how do we do that? The wine, which is expensive, tastes well. Okay, so now let's see, how do we find out the word which? Because which is a relative pronoun. Which? Der Wein, look at the sentence, second sentence. We don't need it in the second sentence anymore, right? So because we want to put it in here. So der Wein, and then what's left of that second sentence? Der. So we'll take the der, put it after the comma, der Wein. Then we incorporate the rest of the sentence. Ist teuer, but since this is like a subordinating conjunction, we need to remove the ist and put it at the end of the sentence. Another comma, and then the rest of the original. Der Wein schmeckt gut. So what did we do? We took the second sentence, omitted the word that is the same as in the first sentence. We stick this whole phrase in between here, separated by commas. So, der Wein, comma, der teuer ist. This is our relative clause now. The verb has to be at the end of the relative clause. Then we have a comma, and then we continue the rest of our original sentence. And how does that translate? The wine, which is expensive. And this is our first relative clause sentence. So the relative pronoun was just borrowed from from der Wein in the second sentence. We just left out the noun, borrowed the article, put it after the comma, and its meaning now changes to which. Let's look at the sentence. Der Wein schmeckt gut. Ich kaufe den Wein. Okay, here's our original sentence. Der Wein schmeckt gut. Now we want to stick this sentence in between here. All right, so der Wein, here we go, comma. Now, which word is the same as in the first sentence? Wein, right? Wein, Wein. So we don't need the second Wein. Strike it out, but we need the article because this article is going to change into a relative pronoun. And we put it after the comma, den. All right, and you know, in subordinating clauses, the verb goes to the end, so den ich kaufe, comma, schmeckt gut. And here's the rest of our sentence. So the wine which I buy tastes good. All right.